Hi there, this is Maya from Inspired Life, and today I am bringing you 10 mindful practices to introduce in 2021. So let's get to it. Alright, so 2021 has begun and it is time to introduce some mindful practices to help us make the most of it. If last year has taught us anything, is to practice self-care even more than ever. When we are facing challenges and transitions that are really throwing us off track, it is important to stay centered in yourself, which is why my first practice for 2021 is mindfulness. Mindfulness is a practice to stay in the present moment by observing without judgment. In short, there are many different ways to practice mindfulness. Of course, there is meditation where you can be observing your breath or sensations in the body, listening to the sounds around you, and simply observing. Another way you can practice mindfulness is when you're eating. You can simply focus on what this food feels like, what is the texture, what is the taste, again, without any judgment. So the key of this practice is to bring your awareness to the present moment, because oftentimes we are in the future, which doesn't exist, or we are in the past, which also doesn't exist. So the only real moment is right now. So by focusing on how we're feeling right now, we can actually influence the future, because that's the kind of energy we're going to put out there, and we can attract more things that are kind of in alignment with that. So that's the first practice I want to recommend for 2021. Second practice is self-care. Now, this is a big topic and it can be whatever it feels like for you. It can be literally taking a bath every Sunday and make it a ritual, getting a mani-pedi, or taking an afternoon off to read your favorite book. It can be literally anything. The key here is to nourish your body, mind, and soul. So whatever really helps you with that, that's the practice to introduce. And I would even say introduce it into your schedule, because sometimes we forget or we're not planning those things because we have obligations, but this is equally important. I definitely realized that in the past year that we cannot really ignore self-care. Self-care is actually equally as important as your job, honestly, because it will help you do your job better. It will help you live your life better. It will help you support other people better. When you're not feeling good, then you can't even take care of yourself or anyone else. So self-care, definitely important. Practice number 3 is going to nature. And again, I would like to encourage you to make the most of it and truly put it in your schedule. When we were in lockdown in Paris, honestly, it was difficult not to be able to go to nature. I literally had the restriction of 1 kilometer perimeter around my house, and all of the parks were closed. It was really hard not to be able to spend time in nature. We need nature to feel centered, to feel refreshed, and not to mention breathe in fresh air, which is so important for our well-being. So if you have it nearby, whether it's a forest or the beach, it doesn't matter. Whatever is possible for you, try to really do it at least once a week or at least a couple of times a month. It would be really beneficial, because it really helps, When we go to nature, especially forests, we can really feel the energy shift. We get the oxygen that we need, and also a very peaceful energy that is far away from all of the noise, all of the outside disturbances that we are bombarded with, especially if you live in a city. And if you're living in a bigger city, even worse. We have the media, we have the noise, the transportation. It can be quite overwhelming. So to really reduce that noise and come back to self, it is really beneficial to go to nature. Practice number 4 would be grounding. Another important technique that helps you move through any change with ease. Again, you are aiming to be your quiet center, your strong center and strong foundation. And so everything around you can move, but you still remain undisturbed. So how do we ground ourselves? There are different ways to do it. One simple way is to visualize the roots coming down from your feet and going deep down into the earth. Another way you can do is to walk barefoot if possible. I know it's cold in some parts of the world, so it's not always possible. But if you can walk barefoot on the ground, on the earth, that's also very beneficial. It really helps you with the connection with the earth, and it does make you feel grounded. Considering grounding is very much related to the root chakra, you can do all of the activities that help you boost your root chakra, whether it's, eating certain foods with roots and these kind of things. You can check that out a little bit deeper, but definitely grounding helps you stay calm no matter what. Number 5 is journaling. So this is definitely a good practice to simply express what's on your mind. Oftentimes we are overthinking and we're keeping all of these thoughts and feelings in our mind, but we are not letting it out. And what I found is that through journaling, you really express all of the things that you're feeling inside and thinking. And actually through this process of writing, and more specifically writing by hand, it helps you kind of process all of these emotions, and you feel lighter and you get a lot of clarity as well. The thing is, like, our thoughts and emotions are not supposed to stay within. You need to express everything that you're feeling, and sometimes we don't have a therapist or we don't have a friend to talk to, but even if you do, I would recommend still journaling, because then it will really help you, in addition to having a conversation with someone as well. All of it is definitely beneficial, but yeah, journaling, and also specifically using journaling prompts, is also helpful to give you clarity on specific areas. If you'd like to maybe try that, that's also a really nice practice. Okay, so number 6 is a little bit different. It sounds like it's similar, but it's actually not. It's called art journaling or bullet journaling. To me, it's actually quite similar because I do both. Now, the way I do my bullet journaling is actually kind of like art journaling. Art journaling is basically expressing yourself in a creative way in a journal or a notebook. Usually we use dotted notebooks for bullet journaling, but art journal can be in any kind of notebook. If you want to get creative with watercolors or any kind of paint like that, you will need to look for a specific kind of a notebook, which is designed to have a paper that is more thick and it won't bleed. That's a lesson I learned the hard way, because I was trying to use watercolors in my bullet journal, and I realized that actually it has to be a specific kind of a journal. So the way I use my bullet journal is actually very creatively. I create themes every month, and I combine drawing with collaging, so that's kind of an art journal slash bullet journal for me. But what I love about it is that it's a really mindful technique that you can do. So the way I do it, I play nice music, I light incense sticks, and then I spend time in peace and just playing with my journal, and it really helps me stay in the present moment. It helps me express myself, and that way I'm aligned with this beautiful creative energy that helps me manifest all of the wonderful things I want to manifest. And on top of everything, having a bullet journal helps you with your productivity. In the bullet journal, we usually track habits, we write goals, and we write our weekly schedules. So there are different ways you can do it, and the best part of it is that you can design it how you want it. So for me, I've searched for the perfect journal for years, literally. It's so hard when you have specific ideas of what you need, and then when I encountered bullet journaling, actually it was almost 2 years ago, and when I discovered that, I realized that's the perfect journal, the one you create yourself, and you feel so encouraged because it's such a fun process to do it. And also, I never wanted to track my habits in a pre-made journal, never. But when I had my journal that I created, I was more motivated to do it, which is crazy. So if you're a creative soul, but even if you're not, maybe you can try just taking some time for creative journaling, or if you want to dive deeper into the bullet journal, then that would be a really good way to go. I think I'll probably do some videos on this topic, and if you'd be interested to learn more about it, let me know below in the comments. I would really like to know, because I'm super passionate about it and I would really love to share. So yeah, the 7th practice for 2021 is mindful movement. Mindful movement can be different things. For me, mindful movement is also yoga, maybe a more slower, like a yin yoga, where you can move slowly and feel connected with your breath as you move. But there are other ways that you can do it. Like a friend of mine does this kind of a class called mindful movement, when you are just moving with the music and allowing your body just to flow, and it's very freeing and again very mindful because you are fully present with your body. So this is more connected with the body more specifically, but also the breath. Just allowing yourself to be present in the moment and simply move your body as you go. It can really help free some tension from the body, which in fact actually helps your mind and helps you feel more relaxed. You know, we're oftentimes stuck in the same position. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I know I have. So that's why I'm very mindful of making sure that I move my body. Because for example, you know, you're sitting in front of a computer and you're like constantly in the same position. So you have to kind of do something that is opposite so you can free your body a little bit, because if you continue to stay in the same position for a longer period of time, then you might have some problems, because obviously after a while the body will react. When we were in the quarantine and when we were locked down, our movement was really limited. But this is how you can actually start introducing these little gentle movements. Everyone can do this, it's not too challenging, and help your body feel more relaxed and just clear those blocks from the physical body, which in fact helps your mind and helps your soul to feel lighter. Number 8 are vision boards. Okay, so there are 3 ways you can do your vision board. The classic way is to grab a cardboard and then pick your favorite magazines and then cut out images that inspire you or that are related to your vision, to what you want to manifest. Position them on a cardboard as guided and then gluing them together, and that way you have your little picture that is related to your vision and what you want to manifest. This works really well because it simply is embedded in our subconscious, and that way you can really bring that into your reality. The second way you can do it is in your journal, something that I like to do. So what you can do is, for example, every month create a little mini vision board for that month. What do you want to see, what you want to manifest, and just use maybe like 2 pages to create your vision. And you can do it in the same way by also cutting out some images or even writing some words. Get creative, there are no rules, you can do it your way. It doesn't have to be a certain way. As long as you feel connected to that, that will work, you know. And the third way can be digital. That is probably my least favorite, but it does help sometimes, you know, to have like a Pinterest board where you put all of the images that inspire you again, that you want to manifest. What are you trying to bring into your physical reality? So it can be a Pinterest board. You can do it in Canva, but I personally did it in a Word document. Probably in Canva it's going to be easier to set up a layout that you'd like, and then you save it as an image and put it on your desktop, for example. Sometimes I put images on my phone, so whenever I look at my phone I see the image of what I want to manifest, so that's pretty cool, or that puts me in alignment. It's a lovely process to do as you're doing it. Again, very mindful, very creative. It really helps you get in a nice mood and manifest what you desire. Number 9 is breathwork. So I come from a yogic background. I practiced yoga for years. I even studied to be a teacher, and one of the things that I love the most in yoga practice, because yoga practice is not only the physical postures, is pranayamas or breathwork. Why do I love breathwork so much? Because it's always available. You can breathe anytime. It's very, very quick. You can quickly alter your state of mind. And 3, it's absolutely free. You have your body, you have your breath with you at all times, and all you have to do is really learn how to breathe properly and learn some of the pranayamas or breathing techniques that can help you. One that is really beautiful is Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing, which helps you stay in balance. I mean, it's such a wonderful way to start your day. And you can do it just for, 5 minutes, 10 minutes every day. And trust me, when you do it for like a few weeks or a month, you will feel completely different, better, because it's such a wonderful practice. It brings you benefits on the physical level, mental level, emotional level, energy level. I mean, you're bringing prana in, you're balancing the left and right side of your brain, you're putting everything into balance, and you can really move through life without any stress after that. And actually, it's a wonderful introduction into a meditation practice. After you do like 5 or 10 minutes, you kind of want to stay within anyway. You can spend a few minutes in meditation and then you're done for the day. It's a really lovely practice. I teach meditation classes, and on every single class I always start with breathwork. I can definitely do a video specifically on breathwork if you would like. It's something I'm really passionate about, and I would be happy to share that with you. And final practice to introduce in 2021 would be Tai Chi or Qigong. Again, it's kind of like a mindful movement, working with the energy, with the breath, with the body. It's such a complete practice, and it looks very silly. It looks like you're not doing anything, but honestly, you feel amazing after doing it, and it only takes a few minutes, and it's so good. I definitely recommend you try it if you haven't already. Either one is fine, both are very beneficial. You will feel energized, you will feel centered, grounded, and it's like a meditation in movement. It's really beautiful. And again, you're staying in the present moment, which is the key, right? To stay centered and to feel like nothing can shake you. So I hope you like these techniques. Let me know which one resonates with you the most, or maybe one that you love to practice already. And please give me some feedback as well on which topics you would like me to do videos on, because I can dive deeper into these techniques and tell you a little bit more, and we can get a little bit more specific. So I would love to hear from you. Let me know. Please take a moment to subscribe and hit that bell button so you can get the notifications when I upload next. I have very interesting topics planned for this year, so I hope you stick around. Thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. All right, I'm wishing you a lovely day, and I'm wishing you an amazing year. Talk to you next time. Bye.